Welcome to another edition of Dan Frequently Asked Questions. In this edition, we're asked about glaucoma and diving. Now, for those of you who don't know what glaucoma is, it is a condition in which the pressure within the eye is elevated as a result of a limited drainage, natural drainage of fluid from the eye, which might occur as a result of so-called wide-angle glaucoma, which is inherited, or narrow-angle glaucoma, which means that the iris or pigmented part of the eye is so close to the surrounding structures that it literally prevents the fluid from draining and thereby causes increased pressure in the eye, just like high blood pressure. The danger is that the increased pressure in the eye causes pressure on the blood vessels and deprives the very oxygen-dependent retina of critical blood supply and oxygen. And over years, an individual suffers gradual tunnel vision until finally they may become completely blind. Now, the treatment of glaucoma usually involves two things. The one is acetazolamide, which is a drug that essentially changes the way oxygen and carbon dioxide are exchanged in red blood cells, leading to a buildup of CO2 in the body, thereby keeping the blood vessels slightly dilated and encouraging the absorption of fluid. And secondly, a beta blocker, which may have an effect on heart rate and exercise capability, even though it's administered in the eye. Now, acetazolamide, if you are diving on high partial pressures of oxygen, is a known precipitant of oxygen toxicity. So, if that is the drug that is taken, then I would encourage you to make sure that you dive on very, very conservative oxygen dives. Don't do oxygen decompression diving. Don't do dives in which the oxygen PO2 exceeds 1. Secondly, if you are on a beta blocker, it's important that you either stage when you put the beta blocker drops in your eyes, and or secondly, determine that your exercise capability has not been impaired as a result. If those two issues are addressed adequately, then glaucoma per se would not be a contraindication to diving. But consult your ophthalmologist and a knowledgeable diving physician after you have accumulated all the facts that I've just mentioned. Until next time, safe diving.